Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is my second card for the month of July in my uh, uh, Christmas in July series. This is a fun card. We're going to use some stamps from Pretty Poinsettia. We're going to use the uh, pine sprigs here. We are going to also be using this particular die cut out of Merriest Tags, and then we are going to use the Noel and this sprig branch out of Festive Cheer dies. All of these are online exclusives. And we are also going to use this textured ring 3D embossing folder. I just really love this thing. It's so cool. It is also an online exclusive. These items all came available on July 1st. So hopefully you will go out and check out the online exclusive items. There's Christmas, there's some fall, there's some Halloween in there. And you'll see in my last video where I'm using a Halloween thing for Christmas. It's just fun. But this is our card. It's just a tag that says Noel with some sprigs, but we have it with the 3D embossing folder here. I just think that is so pretty. The inside, it's a simple card. It's just got a little bit of stamping, not much, just a little bit. And then our envelope has the same. So, and you could make it a vertical card, a horizontal card. I wanted it to be like this. To me, tags always drape down. I didn't want the tag to go north. Um, and so if this was going to, this is a portrait card, if I was going to make it landscape, I would put my sprigs over here and then my Noel would be this way. It's however you would like to do it, but I'm going to do it this way again for the video because that's my example. So in your kit, you of course have an envelope, and then out of Peaceful Pine, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I do suggest you come in here and just burnish that a little bit. You will also have a piece of basic white, and this is 4 by 5.25, and this is a piece of the Golden Glow, and it is 4 by 5.25, and this is what we ran through the embossing folder. I just love that detail. Now this is the embossed side, this is the debossed side. So you choose which side you want to use. I'm going to use it embossed side up, and then that's how I'm going to use that. You will also have a little packet that is going to have some items in it. You're going to have your tag. You will have a couple of sprigs, and you will have the letters to make Noel. Okay. You will need to use probably, you will use glue on these. I did not put the adhesive on the back, partially because I forgot. But if you don't like to glue small things, I would suggest using the adhesive sheets so you don't have that problem going forward like we may have today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping, and we're going to use our Peaceful Pine. Okay. And oh, I forgot. You also get a ribbon, a bow already made for you. Okay, and I'm going to use the Peaceful Pine, and all we're putting in here are the little sprigs. So they go two different ways. Now, I want to just show you that when you do the sprigs, I'm going to tuck this under so it's in the, I'm trying to make sure I am in camera shot here. I'm just going to, you have to tap it around on the new ones. And I'm just doing a threesome. It's I like threes. Threes to me make sense. They make sense to me visually, and that's why I do them. So that's my inside, and I'm going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to bring in my envelope. I'm going to put 3 on the front of my envelope. We'll just go like here. That's okay. There's no right or wrong way for the 3 or how you make your threesome. You could do just 1 if you want, or you could do 10, 12. You could do a plethora, as my husband would say. A plethora. Hefe, do you know what a plethora is? That is from the Three Amigos, if you have never seen that silly show. But anyways, there we go. That's our stamping. Here's the best part about these. They click together. I love these new stamp sets. I'm getting used to I'm used to the foam, so I'm getting used to the harder inside. So let me put this on the inside of my card. And I'm just going to use seal for that. I do my Barnyard Z. And we'll put this on the inside, approximately 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Put it in as straight as you can. It seems a little bit wrong. We'll go again. Okay, that's pretty good. That's that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue. Because I have embossed this and the fibers might be sticking up, for me to use a seal on here never really works out so well, so I use glue. If you have luck using a tape runner adhesive with it, great. Go ahead and do that, but I don't, so I am going to do it like this, glue it down. Okay, that can sit there for a second. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat, and I'm going to put my tag here. I'm going to find my little letters. Okay, and we're going to spell Noel or Noel, but this I believe is going to be Noel. And the beauty of this is that you don't need a lot of glue. You just need like a dab, a dab, a dab. As you can see, I don't use a lot of glue. Now, I have some friends who have this little glue gun thing that comes from My Sweet Petunia. And for people who have a hard time with the glue, it's like a precision glue gun, and it really is nice. I tend to not need it, but I know that there are a lot of my friends who prefer that. So if you prefer that, I don't have the little glue gun, so I couldn't tell you what it was like. I know a lot of people, especially if they have arthritis or just have trouble with containing the glue when it comes out of the dispenser, out of the bottle, or they don't like to get glue fingers. Sometimes you get glue fingers. Okay, my little letters have got like little schnibbles on them. Why, I don't know, but we'll go with it. So here we go. I'm just going to dab it there and dab it there and put a little bit in the middle. And you can use tweezers to put these down. Whatever makes it easier for you. As you see, I'm not using, and I'm not really doing a lot with it. I'm just setting them down, and they like to stick to my fingers. But you can always take something else that's not sticky like my fingers, and it just fits in this little tag. That's what I really like, is it's just fitting in the little tag. And I'm just trying to pick up my L. This is a very thin one. I'm sorry I did not remember to put the sticky back on this, because that would have made it so much easier for everybody. There we go, Noel. Okay, so now I'm going to determine where I want this and how I want my little sprigs. Okay, and I did put some dimensionals on the back of my sprigs. So we're going to bring in our dimensionals. I'm going to use, I think, the baby dimensionals. That's what I call the little guys. These little ones on my sprigs. And we'll figure those out here. Let's put one here. I'm going to put one back here. And remember, some of this is going to get covered up with the tag. So if it's not perfect, it's okay. And you can use any kind of pokey. I call anything that has a point on it a pokey tool. So just so you know, I call it a pokey tool. Okay, pokey tool down here. So I'm going to determine how I want my little sprigs. They can be up. They can be kind of crisscrossy like this. My Noel is going to go in here like that. And then my bow is going to go on top of there. So I know that this is going to get a dimensional put on right over the little hole. And it just fits, and that's okay. That's just going to give me sticky there. And let's go ahead and put this guy down at the top. So this guy, I'm just going to poke him up more like this way. And then I'm going to bring this one in. This card has a lot of dimension. When I'm designing my cards lately, I'm trying to think of the new postage and how expensive things are. And I don't want things to be so exorbitant that you can't actually mail your cards. So if you notice that I am using less layers or not as much bling, that's the reason for it. I'm just trying to be cost effective for you as you mail these, because it's getting close to $1 a card to mail, and that's gets up there if you mail a bunch of these. Okay, so I'm just going to put this more like this, and I am going to get a glue dot and I'm going to add it to my my bow. There we go. And I'm just going to add it to the back side of my bow like that. I'm going to put my bow right here on top of the sticky part. It should be a double bow, and it should be long enough for you to discern, how you want to trim those edges. I try to make them long enough for that. And then just come in with your snips and angle them. There you go. And there we have our card. I think this is a cute card. And it lets you use the embossing, and really there's no stamping, it's just die cutting. So it's pretty simple. I think the hardest part might be the bow, but not really, because bows are easy. Bows are very easy. I love bows. Okay, so here we have it. That's card number 2. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and share if you like these videos. I truly appreciate everybody who comes to view my videos each month. I appreciate you more than you know. And with that, I'm going to say God bless and have a great day. Bye-bye.